Now, according to recent reports, House Republicans this week will be taking a vote on whether or not to give a large handout to already wealthy people. Now, what do I mean by handout? Well, House Republicans will be taking up this vote for a $269 billion tax break for people who are very, very, very wealthy in the form of repealing the inheritance tax. Now, what this legislation would do, obviously, it would basically eliminate this inheritance tax from very, very wealthy families. Now, these wealthy families, there's only a few of them. 4,700 total families are affected by this inheritance tax. That's according to numbers from 2013. And nonetheless, the Republicans say, we're going to help you. We're going to help these 4,700 families by eliminating this inheritance tax, or what they tend to call the death tax. Like I said, this would cost our Treasury $269 billion. Man, that's a huge budget hole. Now, an individual fortunes worth more than $5.43 million can be taxed under current law. Now, so you can make up to about $5 million a year and go tax-free. You make anything over that as an individual, you have to pay an inheritance tax, or I should say your state has to pay an inheritance tax when you die. Now, couples, it doubles for couples to $10.86 million. So you can go tax-free up to about $10 million if you're a very wealthy couple. But that is not enough for Republicans. They want to completely get rid of this and say, what do you mean? They shouldn't have to pay taxes at all on their inheritance. Well, that's going to cost about $269 billion. Now, I referenced earlier in another recent story where we're cutting food stamp programs. We're cutting the Head Start program that actually helps lower income families and other families be able to afford education and to, get kids a good head start in order to do better in life and in school. We're cutting all those, and we're mulling the Republicans in the House are mulling a tax cut for 4,700 families that will cost us $269 billion. Now, here's what they always say. When we want to fund education, when we want to fund infrastructure, we can't afford it. Oh, we can't afford it. And we can't afford to give handouts to people unless, apparently, it seems, these handouts are to very, very, very wealthy people. Kind of funny. Now, of course, no Democrats voted for this. That's obvious. And that's a good thing to see, right? And it's called the Death Tax Repeal Act of 2015, by the way. And not only would this eliminate the so-called death tax, but it would also eliminate capital gains tax on any stocks and real estate that they would also receive. Now, this is going to help them hoard wealth. And that's really kind of the point. Look, you got rich people who are already incredibly wealthy. Now, they're going to be able to hoard wealth if they pass something like this. Now, for now, it's not going to get through. We still have this, we don't have control of the Senate, but we still have the White House. And Democrats in the Senate can easily do a filibuster. But nonetheless, this is sort of sending a message. Hey, wealthy people, we're on your side. Keep filling our campaign donations. Maybe we'll win 2016. Then we'll have the House, Senate, and the White House, and we can finally get rid of that inheritance tax so you can build your wealthy dynasty. That's what it's about. This is long-term planning. This is dynastic thinking. We're going to let the Waltons, for example, leave all of that wealth completely untaxed for their kids and their kids' kids. And that's going to build even more generational wealth. We're turning into a feudal society based on how much wealth you can obtain. Wealth is power in America. You can buy our politicians with wealth. You can pretty much skirt the law if you have enough wealth. It's definitely turning into a feudal society. And this is just one more further example of them trying to further that. It's gross. It's absolutely gross. All while, of course, kids are going hungry, homeless, and without good access to early education. That's America for you.